Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you.
All right. Let's get started. The day, one of the best day of the week. Let's warm up first, as usual. Let's take deep breath. The day you exercise in the morning, you shape up the whole day. You know, the exercises work at any time of the day, but morning is considered the most effective. That means it works the best. So we will start slowly. Let's first warm up, and then we'll do stretching, strengthening, and some cardiovascular. So inhale deep through your nose. Exhale either through your nose or through your mouth. Let's do some Bhastrika. Bhastrika is a fire breathing exercise. So we're going to bounce up and down. So it's a quick and short breath, not long breath. If you feel slightly dizzy, you stop and then you restart. So let's do that for 100 times. Take a few deep breaths. Just a second, I want to move slightly this way. Now let's bring your right knee to your left elbow and left knee to your right elbow. So bring it just either in standing position, you're slightly twisting your upper body, twisting your lower body. So that will stretch your lower back, warm up your legs, warm up your upper body. Let's do that for 30 times. So you can either just stand and bring your knee, or you can bounce gently on your toes. You don't have to jump. So jumping is okay when you are young. But then after, you want to take easy on your joints. Now, let's bring your leg. So we call it abduct, bringing your leg away from your body, and swing your arms also. Your right leg, your left leg. So that way, you're going to use more muscles. The more muscles you use simultaneously, more effective the exercise is. So let's do that for 20 times, either at standing position, or you may bounce on your tippy toes. Take deep breath. Now let's do slightly more. You're gonna run at one place. So use your shoulders, your arms on your shoulders, on your toes. Keep on taking deep breath. And let's do this for 100 times. But you want to do quickly. So you want to make some effort to make your joints stronger and also your muscles. Let's bring your feet apart. We're gonna twist, bringing your same arm behind your back and turn your head also in the same direction, and other arm, other hand over your shoulder. Breathe out each time you twist. Keep your feet stable. Let's do a similar exercise or same exercise by keeping your arms parallel to your shoulders. You go to your right, all the way. You go to your left, breathe out. So whenever you do any slight jerky movement, you adjust so many your joints. So like this one for your lower back, which is really great exercise. So you're gonna kick forward and then you kick to your side. So let's kick your left leg up and then to your right side. So up and then to your right side. Same thing, your right one. So kick and then to your left. So you can actually step back, left foot back, right foot forward. You're gonna kick your left one, the one is back, so you get more leverage. Forward and to your side. Same thing. Place your left foot forward, right one back. You're gonna kick your back foot forward, forward, and then to your side. So once you get used to it, then you want to move your upper body in the opposite direction. So that way your hips, your lower back get adjusted. Okay. Let's place your right hand behind your left shoulder and then hold your elbow in your opposite hand and bring it backwards and then move it to your side. Pull it towards your left. And you want to do the same thing with your left one. Place your left hand behind your right shoulder, hold down to your elbow, pull it backwards and towards your right side also. Always breathe out. Whenever you stretch, you want to breathe out. Okay, we are going to go on your palms and on your knees. Slightly different routine. We always should change Not the same exact every single day. So that way you don't develop the resistance, and so it doesn't get boring. So let's go into your palms, onto your knees. And just a simple lower back stretch. Come forward, drop your hips, bring your chest up, neck extended, shoulders downwards. Let's go back again, stretch your lower back. Let's go forward. Stretch your chin up. Let's go back. Breathe out as you go forward. And breathe out when you go backwards. And breathe in between. Breathe out here. Breathe in the middle. And breathe out as you go back. So breathing should be coordinated with your body movement. Okay, let's hold down here. We did shoulder stretching in standing position. Let's do in this position. So the way you want to do, bring your left arm under your body all the way to your right. So once you stretch your left arm under your body, lean your whole body onto your shoulder and then on your face on your side. So turn your face towards your right side and let it be stretched. And let's come back. Whenever you stretch any part of your body, that doesn't mean you're stretching only that particular part, but you engage other muscles also. So let's do same thing with your right side. Right arm under your body. Let it go all the way as far as you can go. And then bring your right side of your face on the floor. And keep on stretching. You should feel it's not only your shoulder, but also your lower back being stretched. And let's come back. Now we are going to go slightly more than that. We're going to go with your left arm again under your body. Let it go all the way down. Turn your face to your right side. Now here, stretch your right leg. And lift it off the floor. So that will give a sense of balance. And see if you can even bring your right arm up. And let's come back. And if you go down, that's okay. Come up. It's very close to the floor, so you won't get hurt. Let's do the same thing with your right arm under your body. Let it go all the way to your left. Lean your side of your head on the floor. Now you're going to lift your left leg. And your left arm also. And let's come back. Now you were doing, when we go back, that is called child pose. Let's do same child pose with your knees apart. Let your knees go all the way out as far as possible. Let's go backwards first. And let's go forward. I think you may like to go on the side. So your knees are all the way apart. And go with your body forward. And let's go backwards. Forward. And backwards. Okay, let's go on your knees and palms again. And bring your left leg up and all the way back. And then your right arm also up. So balance on your right knee, right leg, and left palm. Can you bend your left knee and touch your right hand? If you can hold it, it's good. And lift your knee as high as possible. This exercise we do in standing position. But be careful. If you may get cramp if you are not used to it. Let's do the same thing with your other one. Stretch your right leg, left arm. Use your right hip to lift your leg high. Bend your knee. See if you can touch your hand, or you can grab your foot in your left hand. And lift your knee as high as possible. So you should feel the stretch in your quads. And then come back. Let's go back again into child pose. And when you come forward, all the way forward, that is called cobra. The Sarpasana. Let's go back again into child pose. Let's do same exercise one more time so you get to know if you did not do properly first time. Extend your left leg as high as possible. Your right arm. And then bend your knee and reach down to your foot with your opposite hand. Lift your knee as high as possible. And let's release it. Let's do the same thing. Extend your right leg, left arm. Bend your back knee. Reach your foot with your opposite hand. Lift your knee as high as possible. And let's release it. You know, they say that your face is mirror of your whole body. And if all the muscles are healthy, your organs are healthy, that shows on your face. So we need to make sure that all the muscles are stretched, they're strong, all the organs in your body functioning properly. Okay, let's bring your forearms down and right leg straight. We'll hold for a few seconds. Let's do plank. So you want to bring your knee into straight position. So I just want to let you know exactly how to do plank. Make sure your shoulders are aligned with your elbows. They are not backwards. You can go forward, but straight is good. Your right knee is straight, your heel is backwards and toes forward. And rest, it will happen automatically. All right, let's do the other one also. Let's hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You want to make sure your knees get locked. That means you want to squeeze your thighs. We'll do same exercise, but it is great for your lower back when you stretch in plank your lower back. And the way you want to stretch is drop your hips to your right side and to your left side. But there's one more instructions. When you go from left to right, bring your hips high to drop to your right. Bring your hips high to drop to your left. But your shoulders remain at the same place. It's your toes are going to bring your hips high in the middle and then drop to your right, drop to your left. Move your feet, your hips will drop automatically as long as you spin your feet from your toes. Okay, let's go first into plank. Now bring your hips high as you can without moving your shoulders. Go to your left, high, to your right, high. 1, let's go for 10 times. 2, go all the way as far as you can go. 3, 4, without lifting up your elbows. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you are doing 2 things. Your plank and stretching your lower back. So when you do stretching and strengthening together, that is called synergetic effect. That means you get 2 benefits at one time. Let's try one more time. It's not easy to get first time. So let's go into plank. Right knee straight, left knee straight. Bring your hips high. Drop them to your right, to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch your lower back. And let's sit on your hips. Bring your feet together and your knees apart. And let's go to your right side. Let's go to your left side. Even when you have some time, let's suppose one joint problem. Let's take the biggest joint, your lower back. So working on your lower back may work temporarily, but in order to make your lower back permanent, strong, and flexible, you have to work with your whole body. You cannot leave other parts of your body neglected, just work on your lower back. Same thing, your muscles. If you keep on working on your arms and don't care about your abs, then it will not work. All right, let's go. I bring your right leg folded in the back. So this is another good stretch of your quads. And let's lean down on your right, on your left, which is your opposite arm. So right, knees bent. Then your left, you're leaning on your left forearm. Stretch your right arm, drop your head back, Bring your chest high. Push your chest upwards. Your chin backwards. And let's come down. Same thing like when we stretch our throat, that's where we have our thyroid glands and parathyroid glands. And they work based upon your body's mechanism, the whole body. It's not only your throat, and not only throat, not only your body, but your head also. So let's fold your left leg, lean on your right forearm. As far as you can go easily, you don't have to push hard, but you should feel the stretch in your left thigh. And stretch your upper arm, which is your left arm, your chest upwards. And then come back. Let's put your feet together again. Hold down to them and go side to side. We want to make your thigh joints, your knee joints, where your thighs meet your hips. We want to make them flexible and strong. And in order to make them flexible, we need to stretch all over, not only those muscles. Let's stretch your hamstrings, stretch your left leg. So there are many different ways you can do this stretching. So you want to make sure your right knee is backwards, your left foot is backwards. So let's try to do this one. If you're able to, put your both hands forward. Walk your fingers forward and go forward. So you want to keep your chest high, so that way you don't put any strain in your lower back. And keep on walking your hands as far as you can. And then come back. Now you want to reach your foot in same hand. And pull your toes towards you. Bring your right arm up and lean towards your left foot. But at the same time, you want to twist upwards. And then come back. Let's do just opposite stretch. Lean on your right forearm over your leg, over your thigh, and stretch your left one over your shoulder. And again, twist in other way. You want to see bringing your chest upwards. Keep your right shoulder down. There's one more stretch, but you need to be careful in this one. So turn your whole upper body towards your left leg. You want to keep your back straight though. Now here, bring both arms up. Breathe in and breathe out. Try to reach your foot in your both hands, or your calf, or your ankle, anything, but you don't want to curve your back. You want to keep your chest up. And then reach down to your toes or your foot. There's no such a thing again that you're doing perfectly. As long as you feel the stretch in your calf, that all it counts. Okay, we're going to do same thing on your right side. Stretch your right leg. Bend your left one. Keep them apart as far as you can. We are working with so many lower body muscles on lower back muscles. Walk your hands forward. as far as you can go easily. Sometimes you want to take your time to stretch gently. Stay in the position where you have a gentle stretch, so that you can have a gentle stretch, which is we call passive stretch. So when you move your body, it stretches by itself. Second is active stretch, that you make an effort to stretch, like this one. So reach down to your toes. Here it's not a passive stretch, but going forward, what's passive? Let's go with your upper arm and your right arm upwards. Twist gently. Back. Now let's turn your whole upper body towards your right foot as far as you can, while keeping your feet apart. Arms up. Reach down to your toes. It's always one side is more flexible than other side. Let's lean over to your left side. Bring your right arm up, and then turn your chest upwards. And then come back. Now try again. Your feet together. You should feel more comfortable in this position. Your knees should be going downwards slightly, but at least it's not that bad as it was before. Okay, let's cross your legs, but keep your knees apart as far as possible. We're going to do this counter pose. Let's walk your hands forward, lift your hips up, and then drop your hips down like you just did a few minutes ago. You were doing cobra, or you were doing in child pose. Let's go back, but the position of your knees is different. All the way back. Now you can curve your lower back, your whole back actually, and then go forward. Make sure your knees are apart and feet are as close as possible. Let's go back. Let's go forward one more time. Let's go back. Okay, we are going to go on your stomach again. On your palms and knees again. But this time, we're going to bring your knees all the way back and hands all the way forward. So see how far you can bring your knees and hold it. Your knees back and your hands forward without sliding it. Let's bring it more, wider. And then let's go down all the way on your stomach. Arms forward. Sometime when you have a really acute back pain, so this exercise will be good. Just roll your hips side to side on your abdomen. So it's only hips movement. Let's bring it. Your right, your left. Okay, now let's inhale. We're going to put the negative and positive pressure on your abdomen and on chest. So let's inhale, lift your both legs and both arms off the floor. Exhale and come down. Let's do it again. Inhale. You can keep your arms apart. You can keep your feet apart. Inhale and go up. Exhale and relax. Let's do it again, but this time we're gonna roll side to side. So go all the way on your back, on both sides, and bring your knees to your chest when you go on your back. So let's inhale, go to your left, knees to your chest, stretch your lower back, stretch again your both arms and both legs. Inhale, go over to your other side, and again, knees down to your chest. Let's repeat it. Inhale, go to your right, left side. Extend your arms all the way back. One more time. Your left. Your right. And then back on your abdomen. Let's place your palms down. So let's give a try, this exercise. Your toes down. Knees off the floor. Bring your chest up. And see if you can go all the way up, if possible. Otherwise, you can keep your knees down. And let's go down into downward dog. Let's bring your one heel down, other heel up. Let's switch back and forth. One heel down, other heel up. Now both heels down. Let's go forward into plank. And once you're in plank, we go into upwards dog by dropping your hips up and your chest high. Let's bring your hips up, back into plank. And then downwards dog. Let's repeat it for 5 times. Go forward, hips down, chest up, shoulders down. Let's go back. Breathe out. 3, 4, and 5. Let's bring your knees down. In child pose. You always do more than what you can do comfortably. But don't overdo it. So in order to make progress, we need to do slightly more than beyond our comfort zone. Okay, now again, let's go forward into Cobra. When you have your knees down, it becomes Cobra. Bring your toes down, knees off the floor. Now it becomes upwards dog. Now let's go to downwards dog. You are going to walk your hands towards your feet. Let's walk. And hold it. Hold your hands in front of your toes. With slightly, either you can bend your knees slightly, or I would prefer to be straight. Now place your hands on the side of your feet. Now place your hands back of your ankles. Now let's bend your knees and place your hands in front of your toes, your palms. And let's roll up your body. And let's extend your arms apart. Let them go all the way up, along with your heels off the floor. And then down. Let's do one balancing pose, the way we were doing on your palms and on your knees. Hold down to your left foot in your right hand behind your hip. Left arm up. And we're going to switch your feet. Give like about 10 seconds to hold it. So that way, your brain gets coordinated with your joints and with your muscles. We call those ascending fibers. They go from your muscles, from your joints to your brain to know that where they are. Let's bring your feet apart. Your arms apart. Let's go forward. And then place your hands down. And this is another great exercise for your lower back. So place your left hand down and stretch your right arm up. And keep on stretching. If you cannot bring your hand down, make your feet wider. Or place your block under your hand. But bring it all the way out. Let's switch your hands. And one more time. Your right arm up. And then left one. And then down. Now, let's bend your knees. You can bring your feet slightly closer. And bring your hips down. If they are too wide, you won't be able to be on your feet without your hands. So our objective here is we're going to lift your hands off the floor and place your first elbows and then hands onto your knees. So once you're here, push your knees outwards gently and your hips forward, downwards and forward. You should be able to feel your groin, very important muscles. Your groin must be stretched and strong. And let's go back. Place your hands down and stretch your knees. Arms apart. Let's go up. The arms all the way up. We're going to repeat the same exercise again. Arms apart. Into tabletop. Palms down. Left hand down. Right arm up. You should be able to stretch better or feel comfortable stretching towards your side. Right hand down. Left arm up. Both hands down. Let's bend your knees. Place your forearms onto your thighs first to make sure that you're balanced. Hands onto your thighs, onto your knees. Push your knees out. Hips down and forward. You can even move if you like to. Slightly, little bit side to side. Just roll to your right side, to left side, and lower your hips more. Okay, let's place your hands down, knees up, arms apart. Let's go up, hands all the way up, and then down. Okay, let's work on your knees. And there are two parts to make your knees healthy. One is stretching. Stretching means your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. Second is making your muscles strong. So let's make your thigh muscles strong. So we're going to bring your feet together and toes slightly apart. So when you have a feet, closer the feet, lower the part of your quads you work on. The wider the feet, the upper part of your thighs get worked on. Same thing about your hips. When you have wide feet, then you work on your hips and your upper part of your thighs. But right now, we're going to work on your closer muscles that close to your knees. So let's go down to your earlobes. Make sure your knees don't go beyond your toes. They stay backwards. So either someone can watch you if you're doing properly or not, or look yourself in a mirror if your knees are staying behind or going forward. So don't bring them forward. So let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So we're going to go back, do back to back. Now we're going to work middle part of your thighs and lower part of your hips. Hips are very important part of your body for the balance, for walking, for sitting, getting up, in everyday movements. Okay, so as wide as your shoulders, hold down to your earlobes, keep your knees backwards, 2, 3. Keep on reminding yourself to keep your knees backwards until you get really comfortable. 10. 18, 9, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So these are, minimum number of squats we do. 25, 30, anyone can do it. But take your time if you are just starting. Okay, let's make your feet wider than your shoulders. This time we're going to work on your upper part of your thighs and your muscles of your hips. Hold down to your earlobes. Let's go for 30 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 29, and 30. Deep breath. And this, whenever you do a few minutes squats, You do like cardiovascular, like you're running, you're jogging, without using your muscles for running, but still you're working on your heart, working on your lower part of your body. And whenever you do squats, it works on your abdomen as well. Okay, let's bring your feet apart. I want to show you one good exercise for your shoulders. Arms apart, feet to your left, even though it's a triangle pose, but we can use it for our shoulders. Let's extend your front arm up, back hand behind your thigh. Keep your knees straight. Lean backwards. Look upwards towards your upper hand. Okay, let's bring your whole body forward. And then bring this hand down, same hand. Now we're gonna work on your right shoulder. So bring your right arm forward, then down, and then backwards. Do it for 3 times. Forward, down, backwards. Forward, down, and up. Let's move it in opposite direction. Backwards, down, forward, and up. 2 and 3. Let's come up. We are going to do the same thing on other side. Okay, knee straight, back hand behind, right arm up, stretch your right arm up, look towards your hand. These exercises will keep you forever young. Let's bring your hand down. Let's bring this arm forward, upper arm forward, down, backwards. 3 times. 2 and 3. Let's move it in the reverse direction. Down, forward, up. 1, 2, and 3. Let's come back. And bring the feet closer. So we did a lot of strengthening and stretching of your thighs. Now let's give them a break by stretching them. Hold on to your foot. Left foot in your right hand in front of your thigh. This time, knee downwards. Left arm up. So you can stare at one point without blinking your eyes. So that will balance your body. There's, one type of meditation called Pratak. Pratak is when you have a black dot in front of your eyes and you stare at it without blinking your eyes. That focuses your mind automatically using your eyes. So same thing you do in here. Stare at one point in front of you about 10 feet away and then bring your body into balanced position. And then bring it back. Let's go in front of your mat. Bring your arms up. Interlock your fingers and stretch them, except your index fingers. And then stretch without moving your hips forward. Keep your body straight. It's only shoulders backwards. It's only arms going backwards. Arms apart. Let's go down. Bring your hands in front of your toes. You may bend your knees if you like to. Now we're going to walk your feet backwards. Let's walk your feet. So you are in downward dog. Let's go forward into upward dog. And then child pose. Let's go forward. Knees off the floor, upwards dog. Let's go into downwards dog. This time, walk your hands towards your feet. Let's keep on walking. Your hands in front of your toes. Arms apart. Let's stand up. All the way up. You should get used to this. Exercise is really useful for your whole body. Let's repeat it. Arms down. Hands down. Walk your hands forward. All the way forward. Downwards dog. Upwards dog. And again, downwards dog. Walk your feet forward. Hands in front of your toes. Arms apart. Let's go all the way up. Stretch your arms from your shoulders. Arms apart. Let's bring your body into tabletop. Hands down. Walk your feet backwards. Downwards dog. Upwards dog. Again, downwards dog. Walk your feet forward. Arms apart. Let's go up. And then down. So if you can even do for 10 times, this is a great exercise. Now let's do conventional way of we call sun salute, Surya Namaskar. So Surya Namaskar is also like a whole body workout. Let's place your hands in front of your chest, in front of your heart actually. Whenever you place your hands together in front of your heart, it automatically makes you a humble person. So that's why we always respect anyone by placing palms together in front of your heart. Let's bring your arms apart, all the way out, all the way up. Bring your arms apart, hands in front of your toes. Now bring your hands in outside of your feet and bend your knees. Place your left foot all the way back. Bring your front foot all the way up. Down on the floor. Go into plank. And either you can keep your knees down or up, but bring your chest down. That's very important to bring your whole body into on the floor. Let's go up with your knees up or knees down. Go back into downwards dog. Right leg up. Bring your knee forward and place your foot in between your hands. If it doesn't go that far, put anywhere, or you can hold it in your ankle in your hand and pull it up. So place it anywhere. Let's bring your back foot also next to your other foot. Bring your arms out all the way up. Let's bring your hands in front of your toes. Then outside of your feet. This time we're going to bring your right foot as you bend, right foot all the way back. Bring your front foot all the way up. Back up. Down on the floor. forward into plank, all the way down, which is called chaturanga, and then up into upward dog. Go back, left foot up, bring your knee forward, place your foot between your hands, other foot next to your left foot, arms apart. Let's stand up and then down. So we did with this one, with one right leg and with left leg. So this is a one set. Let's do it one more time so you remember it. Let's bring your arms apart, all the way up, look up, arms apart. Let's go into tabletop, hands down in front of your toes, then outside of your hands, bend your knees, left foot back as far as you can bring. Now right foot all the way up and back and up actually. Down on the floor. Let's go forward to plank. Let's go into chaturanga, all the way down with your chest on the floor. Go up into upward dog, downward dog. Right leg up. Bend your knee. Bring your knee forward to place your foot between your hands. Left foot forward. Arms apart. All the way up. Extend your arms. One more time from your left leg. Down on the floor. Your hands outside of your feet. Knees bent. Left foot back. I'm sorry. The right one back. Right foot back. Let's bring your front foot back and up. Down on the floor. Forward into plank. Go down into chaturanga. Up into upward dog. Downward dog. Left leg up. Bend your knee. Bring your knee forward. You know, the more you bring your knee forward, easier it is to bring your foot forward. Let's bring other foot forward. Arms apart. All the way up. And then down. So this is your Surya Namaskar, Sun Salute, is itself a full form of exercise when you use your entire body. Okay, let's sit down. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out to get your breath back to normal. So, if you want to measure your heart, how healthy it is, there's one way to measure it. One is that whenever you start exercising, it should take a long time to get out of breath. And when you stop exercising, if it takes just a quick to get back to normal, that means your heart is in good shape. But if opposite, that if you quickly, as soon as you start exercising and your heart rate goes up and you start getting out of breath very quickly, and it takes a long time to get back to normal, then definitely you need to work on your heart. Okay, so last time we did, if you remember, that we call Bahya Kumbhak and Abhyantar Kumbhak, means holding your breath in and holding your breath out. Holding your breath out means that is called Bahya Kumbhak, outer holding. When you hold it inside, that is called Abhyantar Kumbhak, inner holding. So what we will do, we are going to exhale and hold it out. Let's do the first one. So you're going to take deep breath in, and you are going to quickly breathe out through your mouth. When you can't hold, you're going to breathe in slowly. So remember, you're going to breathe out quickly and breathe in slowly. So let's do it again. So inhale, breathe out quickly and as much as possible. And hold it. You can't hold. You are going to slowly inhale all the way into your chest and then let it come out without holding it inside.
Bhaiya, I have a quick question here. So when we exhale, you said exhale from the mouth, right?
Yes.
Okay, I heard it right. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, inhale through your nose. You can exhale through your nose also if you like to. Breathing out through your mouth is, you can make it faster as compared to breathing out through your nose. It won't be that fast, as fast if you breathe out through your mouth.
Okay, okay. So is there any...
I'm sorry, I think you got muted in between.
Dave, I'll ask the question in the meantime. Dave. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. In the Kumbhak, the Bandha, the throat and the stomach, do we do or not do, or does it matter?
Okay, let's do that. I was coming up on that.
Okay.
So there are three bandhas. Three bandhas means the locks. And those are very important locks considered in Hatha Yoga. That is part of Hatha Yoga. So one is called Jalandhar Bandh, throat lock. That means when you bring your chin down, that is called throat lock or Jalandhar Bandh. That is done, either you hold it inside or you hold it outside. The second one is called Udyan Bandh. Udyan Bandh means your stomach lock. Stomach lock means when you exhale, the way we were doing, you hold your breath out and then pull your whole abdomen up. You suck it in. And you can do that by doing, there's a big muscle here between your chest and abdomen called diaphragm. So diaphragm is the big muscle, we call it the breathing muscle, that makes you exhale, that makes you inhale, along with your, we call other muscles called intercostal muscles. But this is the main muscle. So when you exhale and hold your breath out, you pull that big muscle up towards your chest, and then whole abdomen gets sucked by itself. So that is called Udyan Bandh or stomach lock. Third is, which is the most important bandh, and in Kundalini Yoga, they use a lot. That is very important part of Kundalini Yoga. So you have to pull your genital and anal muscles up as hard as you can. So that mool bandh, which is called root lock, is one of, we call it king of all these three locks. So what we will do, we will exhale and we will bring your chin down, we'll pull the abdomen up, and then we do the mool bandh at the same times, 3 bandhas at the same times. So let's do that for 3 times first. Then I will let you know when you do inner holding or abhyantar kumbhak. So let's inhale, exhale fast, chin down, abdomen up, your diaphragm. Pull your lower muscles, your genital and anal muscles, all the way up, like you are trying to bring it into your abdomen as hard as possible. And when you can't hold it, then slowly inhale into your chest. You release all the locks when you inhale. So these 3 locks you do only while you're holding. But there are some exceptions, I will let you know. So do it 2 more times. So in the beginning, you may not feel, you will feel the root lock, I mean your Jalandhar bandh, your throat lock, but you may not feel that you are pulling your abdomen up, or if you are doing mool bandh, you may not feel these muscles at all initially. But if you keep on practicing, then you start getting sense, yes, your abdomen moves up, moves in, and then you will start feeling that, yes, lower muscles are getting pulled up. But initially, since your mind is not aware of these muscles to move in, it may not recognize that you are doing any movement. Okay, now second part with inner holding, abhyantar kumbhak. We're going to exhale same way. We're going to hold it outside. We're going to do all 3 bandhas. Then you're going to slowly inhale and then hold your breath in and do your, again, chin lock or throat lock and still your mool bandh. So you will be able to do 2 bandhas, but you won't be able to do your stomach lock, your udyan bandh, because when you inhale, your diaphragm goes down. And when diaphragm goes down, you cannot pull your abdomen up. But at least you can do your mool bandh. So let's give it a try 3 times. Inhale, exhale, and when you can't hold, slowly inhale. Have a full control over your inhalation. Bring your chin down. Keep your root lock up. And hold it inside for a few minutes. I mean, not few minutes, few seconds. And then let it go when you are not able to hold it inside. Do it 2 more times. Now try to keep your mool bandh on all the time, whether you are inhaling, you're exhaling, holding outside and holding inside. So Mool Bandh can be on all the time. But you have to feel it, that you are able to do it. Doing this an hour and a half session on Saturdays works on your anxiety, on your negative thoughts, on your depression, your anger. 1 hour and a half is really enhances your whole life. They have done so many research that when you do these breathing exercises, it eliminates your anxiety, eliminates your blood pressure, your insomnia. Insomnia means when you are not able to sleep. So it's very useful session you do every Saturday, or even if you do any other days.
Dave, Jay, I have a question.
Hmm.
When you have, something upsets you extremely, how do you calm yourself down without letting
That,
others know?
that whenever we have such an event which makes you really upset, so there's a one rule of whenever any event happens or someone says something to you or any incident happens. So one is to react. So you immediately react to the incident. And that reaction could be negative or could be positive or unpredictable. But the second method is called the response. You give a time between the event is happening and the way you are trying to respond. So there's a gap in between. So if you give a gap, if you give us some time, it could be 1 minute, could be 1 hour, could be a whole day, it depends. So you don't want to react to any event, you want to respond to any event. So that's a great method in daily behavior or in daily our routine. But these exercises, what you do, that is your permanent cure for such a things, that you are calm, you are really quiet, nothing bothers you, everything is sane, no matter what happens. It's like you can see the ocean, one day you have a big waves, but some other days it's really calm. And when you do yoga, it's like a calm ocean. You don't feel any waves, or even there are waves, they are very small waves. They don't bother your daily life. They don't bother your life. So that's how you want to take your any event which upsets you. And that's why in Gita, it says, Sammatvam yoga muchyate. What is yoga? Yoga is when you have your life like a calm, like a big calm ocean. And that's how you want to think. So that's how you want to observe any event. So you want to separate yourself from the event so you don't have to react. You can respond though. Give it a try. It's a practice.
Yeah, I did try, but I was trying to think what's the best way to kind of cool down without saying anything or hurt somebody else. It's not their mistake.
Yes, absolutely. And that is the method you can definitely work on. I mean, there's no such a life, there's no incident. There's no one in this world we see that they don't have anything upsetting. We always have. There's no such a person does not have a stress. So it's only the matter how you manage it. It's only how you take it, how you see it. And anything, if we are all day angry, we are practicing to be angry. So anything you can change any habit in 8 weeks. So when you think that events every day are happening around you, making you angry, making you upset, that means you are practicing to be angry. You are practicing to be upset.
Mm.
But if you change it, no, I'm not going to upset. I'm not going to react. I'm going to practice for 8 weeks completely differently. I'm going to practice yoga. I'm going to practice meditation every day, the breathing exercise, which will make you calm.
Mm.
So try for 8 weeks like that. Being aware of it is very important, that you are aware of that nothing is going to make you upset, and that's what you're going to practice for 8 weeks. So you will change the habit.
Is there an app for that?
I'm not sure about the app, but the best is I like Gita to read about it, which explains really well about our thoughts, how the waves go, what our mind is, how it captures the information, and how we can separate ourselves from those events which upset you. You are different than anything else. You are not the same. When you get caught into it, you don't know what's happening. You don't separate yourself from the events. That makes you upset.
Yeah.
Dave, just to validate my thoughts, can I say something to add to it?
Sure.
Um, any conflict and disappointment is always dual to varying degree, meaning two parties, situation, event, 50-50, or one is totally unreasonable, another one is not, but yet the conflict is a conflict. And so my thought and philosophy is that yes, of course, the reaction is going to cause action and action reaction if you continue that. So to step back and then reflect on the conflict itself, you have to, the disappointment, whatever happened. And first control you have is on yourself. What did you contribute to that whole situation? If you are 10%, 50%, 80%, whatever, you have a full control over that. So you work on that independently. And then literally at times, because I've seen this, relationship, this, that, the other, and the other parties does something, and then you just, as you said, all day mull over it, you're angry, you're sad, and you keep on reflecting why did they do this? Well, you cannot control that why they did that, right or wrong, but you control what you did. So you ask yourself, what can I do to rectify them? Nothing. They have to see it for themselves, but you can do things for yourself and reflect, and you make yourself better by getting away from the situation, and you analyze completely and you work on your part. Next time your reactions are going to be softer and milder, and you continue this, and eventually you just walk away and ignore it.
Yeah.
No, the situation I had was my mistake, and I was mad at myself.
that again, same thing, that you keep on going. I mean, like simple thing, you're holding a glass, and it falls, and you were silly or clumsy. It's very simple example, and you get so upset. I did that, you know what? But then you ask yourself, it happened, it was an accident or something caused it. What can you do about it? I mean, like, what can you do? Nothing or something. So you have to just reflect on that after situation and just focus on that, that what can you do to make it better?
Yeah, past is past. That's it. It's gone. We can always learn, so it doesn't happen, but something is gone. That's it. Forget about it. Move on.
Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking is like, to calming yourself for a situation, it takes a deep breaths or just a walk, uh, just walk for 10 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Let's chant Om on our last part of session. Take a deep breath. Om. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Session. We'll meet next week. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, it was a very good session.
Very
Thank
good
you.
class.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Devji.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.